So here's our most recent construction. This was just put up a few days ago by my husband and I. We had a nice stretch of really good weather, and so we didn't need to worry about an actual goat shelter because they could either walk into the cover of the chicken run or hang out under the trees, things like that. So, but with heavy rains coming in, we decided that we needed to urgently put up an actual shelter for them, which works out fantastically well. So this is just a simple pallet construction. There's 5 pallets that were used that we had on hand here on the farm, and there's 1 pallet you can see at each end and just stood on end, and each of these pallets are just screwed together in a couple of different places. Hi guys. These are our goats. They clearly approve very much of the shelter. That's Frodo, the little brown and white guy, and Angie, our wholeheartedly doe. She's fantastic. And hiding behind her, hey Frankie. That's Frankie. He's a fainter like his brother Frodo. And Frankie has 2 blue eyes. Very cute. Anyhow, back on topic. So these pallets are just screwed together, end to end, stood up on their sides here. And so it's not a permanent shelter, certainly, but for a temporary shelter, it's working beautifully. So this pallet here at the front is at a little bit of an angle to give them a little more space and give them a nice wind and rain break. And you can see that the roof is just a 6 foot by 6 foot chain link panel. It had a repair done at this corner previous to me getting it. This was one of the items that a very generous soul gave me off of Craigslist, which was a huge help. There were several of these panels that were gifted to me. And, okay. And there's one of our chocolate turkeys. Hopefully I'm aiming that correctly. Gave me a heart attack, good grief. Anyway, this had a repair done on the chain link, and so it has a board across it and a few bolts sticking through. So we just set it with the bolts in between the 2 boards on the end of the panel, or the pallet there. And then on this end, Andy secured it with some of the strapping that was already attached to the pallet. So it's secured in there pretty nicely, gives them a nice roof support for the tarp. And then this morning I added in their feeding station. All I did for the flake of hay, until we get an actual hay feeder up and going, I just basically wedged this flake of hay in between the secured tarp and the pallet itself. So it's wedged in there pretty snug, and it's a nice height for them for temporary. And then I've got their feed bucket in the corner, so that has their alfalfa pellets in it, and that'll get not filled, but they'll get their portions in there each morning, and then they'll just kind of munch on it throughout the day. So here's the pirate turkey, in case you didn't see it on my shoulder if I didn't have the camera aimed correctly, and our broad-breasted white. So not only the goats, but also the poultry are very, very happy with this new shelter that we've put up for them. So, hear a disturbance over in the corner, so I gotta go take care of that, but thanks for watching.